In this video, we will discuss creating cross-section views. If you'd like to follow along with this video, please open the file creatingcross-section-views.dwg located in the training folder as discussed in the Working with this dataset video. Cross-sections are perpendicular views of your corridor model, surfaces, etc. Let's look at how to create a cross-section view. Before doing so, let's examine some of the settings and styles. If we navigate to the Settings tab, we have the Section and Section View categories. The Section category contains section styles and label styles. This is a pretty simple and straightforward style, as it simply defines the layer for the grade line and what to turn on and off. The Section View contains many different sections, and we'll discuss some of these throughout the video. Let's examine the Section View style. Let's double-click Road Section, and of course you'll notice that this is a very similar style to the Profile View style. You can define a scale for the graph. You can define settings for the grid, annotation for the title, horizontal and vertical axes, left, right, top, and bottom. And of course, the Display tab tells Civil 3D which components should display and what layer they should go on. So how do you create a section view? You can navigate to the Home tab, Profile and Section Views panel, and then click on Section Views and choose the appropriate tool. However, if you want to create an individual section view, your best bet is to simply zoom into the sample line, select it, and then navigate to the Launchpad panel and then choose Create Section View. It makes the general section navigate right to that sample line, making it easier for you to plot it. Make sure you have your section view style set to Road Section and click Next. The offset range allows you to define a user-specified offset range if you'd like to, but typically you would choose Automatic. Click Next. The elevation range is the same thing, except it does it in the elevation, where you can define a minimum and maximum elevation. Typically, you'll define Automatic as well. Click Next. The Section Display Options reads the sample line group properties and tells you these are the two objects that I can sample. You can change the styles being used. In this case, this will be a section style for the existing ground, so that's fine. We do not want the existing grade line to be labeled at all. So click on the Label Set category and make sure you set this to No Labels. Click OK, and now that will not be labeled. This is the Code Set style. For now, we'll leave it set to all codes. Click Next, and then you can define a data band if you want to. For now, we'll set this to none, but note that you can put existing and finished grade elevations, and so on. Click Create Section View, and then click somewhere below that sample line, and there is our section view, along with the corridor model and the existing grade line. So again, this is the section line, which is the existing surface, and this is the corridor section that we displayed. Pretty simple. Press Escape to clear your selection set. Let's say that we notice that after we plot this section view, we chose the wrong code set style to display our section view. We don't want any of the shading or the point codes to be displayed. So how can we change this so it's using the correct code set style? Go ahead and simply select the section view and navigate to the View Group Properties, and let's change this from all codes to a code set style already predefined in here for us called View-Edit. Watch what happens when we click OK and then OK again. Notice how automatically all of these labels appear in all the correct locations, let's say that we need to annotate this cross-section with. That's pretty powerful stuff. A code set style can be used to automate all kinds of functionality within a cross-section view. If we had multiple section views, this would update them all automatically. Press Escape to clear your selection set. Let's say we now want to create multiple section views of our entire sample line group. Before we do so, let's navigate to the Settings tab because there's a style you want to be aware of. Expand Section View and expand Group Plot Styles. Double-click Basic. So the basic group plot style tells Civil 3D how you want the array of your section views to be plotted. You can define plot rules in the Array tab. And in the plot area, you can define spacing if you have grids that you want to display within the entire sheet of your group plot style. And of course, the Display tab tells Civil 3D what to display and turn on. Click Cancel. Let's go ahead and navigate to the Profile and Section Views panel, and let's go ahead and choose the Create Multiple Views. Notice how you can define a station range if you'd like to, or you can just set it to Automatic. We want to define all of them, so leave it set to Automatic. Here's our section view style. Click Next. There are two options for placing your group of cross-section views. When you're ready to plot, you can define a production type placement option. This will enhance the functionality and automatically array your cross-section views into a method so you can plot all your cross-section sheets, and it'll automatically add them to a sheet set manager file. For now, leave this set to draft, as we're only going to simply plot a grid in model space. Click Next. Again, the offset range, the elevation range, and then we're defining the section display options. Make sure this is set to View-Edit, Existing Ground, and No Labels. Click Next. Now for the band set, let's go ahead and leave it set to EG and FG. And for now, let's leave this set to the defaults here. Let's go ahead and click on Create Cross-Section Views. And what you're doing is you're defining a section view origin of the bottom left corner of the section group. Click in space, and there is our section views. If we zoom in, you'll notice all the automation occurring here. Now, let's say as we're perusing our cross sections, we realize that we actually want to see the finished grade elevation as well. Now, even though you have the quarter section, you might think it should read that. However, that is incorrect. Let's go ahead and select any section view, it does not matter, and click on the Sample More Sources. Now what we want to do is we want to add in a couple of things. Let's first add in the bypass-1 bypass surface. This is the actual road bed, and click Add. And we'll go ahead and change this to a No Display option. Because we have the quarter section, we do not want to overlap this accidentally with the section line, which would be the finished grade surface. We simply need to add this in there as a method for the band set to actually read that surface's elevation. So No Display, and click OK. We also want to add in our pipe networks, so click Add for each one of those. And notice how those layers are getting their setting from the network when we created it. Go ahead and click OK. And notice how all of those objects appear automatically. We can even see the structures appear. Don't forget, these objects are getting their display options from the pipe styles and structure styles in the Settings tab. So how do we adjust for our elevation? Because if we zoom in, you notice it's actually using the same exact elevation. Simply select one of your section views and navigate to the View Group Properties. Navigate to the Section Views tab, and if we expand this column, you'll notice that this is the Change Band Set column. You can change individually, but we want to do this in a global way. Click this ellipsis button here, and if we scroll to the right, we can change surface to now read that surface. Again, the section style for that surface is set to No Display, but we needed it to be put into our sections so the grade would update automatically. Press Escape to clear selection set, and there is our finished grade elevation being displayed for us automatically in each of the different views. Again, the really cool aspect of all this functionality, if you change any of the different objects, whether it's the corridor model, the surface, the pipe networks, etc., all of the objects in each of the different sections will update automatically. A really great example of leveraging a dynamic model.